All right, excuse me for being late to report on this, but I'm seeing feeds pop up about how people are panicking about what was this thing? Texas House Bill 20 that is supposedly supposed to ban anime, and this is for one reason or another giving me "Don't Say Gay" bill vibes where people were terrified that Ron DeSantis was going to eliminate gay people for whatever fucking that whole goddamn debacle. And it was like literally a 7-page bill that just said, hey, leave the kids alone. Don't teach them like any of this shit in class. Extracurriculars with their parents, perfectly fine. But in class, no, not a place for it. So what we're going to do here, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to sit here and read, at least by what I have in Legiscan Texas /Tex SB20 2025. I will put a link in the description. We're just going to read this bit by bit, one by one. And starting at the title, blah, 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 skipping all the people. Actually, no. Bill title relating to the creation of the criminal offense of possession, promotion, or production of certain obscene visual material appearing to depict a child. Let's see. Like Spectrum, Modern Partisan Bill, Republican 15-3, status, enrolled 2025-05-27, signed in the Senate, SB20 detail. And then you have the download link below. Don't worry, all this will be in a link in the description. So, SB number 20, an act relating to the creation of the criminal offense of possession, promotion, or production of certain obscene visual material appearing to depict a child, be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Texas, Section 1, Subchapter B, Chapter 43, Penal Code is amended by adding Section 43.235 to read as follows. Section .43.235, possession, promotion, or production of certain visual material appearing to depict a child. A, in this section. 1. Promote has the meaning assigned by Section 43.25. Let's see. 2. Visual material has the meaning assigned by Section 43.26. Dear Lord, we're not even... That's been a minute. Okay. B. A person commits an offense if the person 1. Knowingly possesses, access with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age, engaging in activities described by Section 43.21A1 Bravo, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software, or uses an image of an actual child younger than 18 years of age that at the same time the image was made with the intent to train an artificial intelligence model to produce visual material constituting child pornography under Section 43.26. I'm going to stop right there. I already kind of sort of know where they're going with this bill. Now, keep in mind, I am not an individual that watches anime. I used to when I was younger. I grew out of it. I think the last one that I watched was like Sergeant Frog or something of that nature. And it's just like it never really grew on me from there. Anyway, let me continue on. But before I continue on, I'm going to say just from general overview, I kind of already see where this bill is going, and I don't, at least as of yet, understand why people are freaking out about it. But I'll save my opinions until we get to the end of it. Let's see, where were we? We just passed number 2. All right, C, an offense under this section is a state jail felony, except that the offense is 1. A felony of a 3rd degree if it is shown on the trial of the offense that the person has been previously convicted one time of an offense that is under this section or Section 43-23, 43.26, 43.261, or 43.262. Or 2, a felony of a 2nd degree if it is shown on the trial of the offense that the person has been previously convicted 2 or more times of an offense under this section, Section 43.23, 43.26, 43.261, or 43.262. 262, comma, or any combination of those offenses. And D, if conduct constituting an offense under this section also constitutes an offense under law, the actor may be prosecuted under this section, the other law, or both. All right, full on, Section 2. Hey, we're already halfway through this bill already. It's not really too much of a long read. Section 2, Section 30, dear God. Section 3.03, Bravo. Penal Code is amended to read as follows. Bravo. If the accused is found guilty of more than one offense arising out of the same criminal episode, the sentence may run concurrently or consecutively if each person is for a conviction of 1. An offense under Section 49.07 or 49.08, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of both sections, or Bravo, for which a plea agreement has reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in a paragraph. Excuse me, I'm breaking up here. Alpha, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violations or both sections. 2. An offense under Section 33.021 or an offense under Section 21.02, 21.11, 22.011, 22.021, 25.02, or 43.25, committed against a victim younger than 17 years of age at the time of commission of the offense, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of more than one section, or Bravo, for which plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in the paragraph, Alpha, committed against a victim younger than 17 years of age at the time of commission of the offense, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violation of more than one section. Number 3, an offense. Alpha, under Section 21.15 or 43.26, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of both sections, or Bravo, for which the agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph Alpha, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same. Jesus fucking Christ, it looks like all this is just going to repeat itself. Okay, but we're going to go through it anyway. I apologize. Starting back at Alpha under... starting at... 2 Alpha under 3. Regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violation of both sections, an offense of... And number 4, excuse me, I'm reading way too fast. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I say do your own research, but don't worry, it'll be in the description. Number 4. An offense for which the judgment of the case contains affirmative finding under Article 42.0197 Code of Criminal Procedure. An offense... All right, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up a little bit because most of this looks like it's actually just repeating the same thing. So pardon me, I'll be right back. Yes, I was actually correct. We could have skipped the last 2. By all means, I very much encourage people to come down here and read it yourself, but we're going to go ahead and start at number 7. An offense under Section 43.235, or an offense for which a plea agreement was reached in the case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense under Section 43.235, or 8, any combination of offenses listed in the subdivisions of 1 through 7. It used to be 1 through 6, but that's a strike through. Section 3, Section 71.02, Alpha, Penal Code, as amended by Chapters 269, SB224, 369, HB 1442, 462, SB 1900, 885, HB 4635, and 910, HB 6. Acts of the 88th Legislature, Regular Session 2023, is reenacted and amended to read as follows. A person commits an offense if, with the intent to establish, maintain, or participate in a combination or in the profits of a combination or as a member of a criminal street gang or foreign terrorist organization, the person commits or conspires to commit one or more of the following. Section 1. Murder, capital murder, arson, aggravated robbery, robbery, burglary, theft, aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault, aggravated sexual assault, continuous sexual abuse of a young child or disabled individual, solicitation of a minor, forgery, deadly conduct, assault punishable as a Class A misdemeanor, burglary of a motor vehicle, or unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. Number 2. Any gambling offense punishable as a Class A misdemeanor. Number 3, promotion of prostitution, aggravated promotion of prostitution, or compelling prostitution. Number 4, unlawful manufacture, transport, repair, or sale of firearms or prohibited weapons. Number 5, unlawful manufacture, delivery, dispensation. I wasn't even aware that was a word. Dispensation. I just learned something new today. Or distribution of a controlled substance or dangerous drug, or unlawful possession of a controlled substance or dangerous drug through forgery, fraud, misrepresentation, or deception, or B, with the intent to deliver the controlled substance or dangerous drug. 5 alpha, causing unlawful delivery, dispensation, or distribution of controlled substance or dangerous drug in violation subtitle B, Title 3, Occupations Code. 5 bravo is a strike through. We have another 5 bravo, that's a strike through, so those are irrelevant. Any unlawful wholesale promotion or possession of any obscene material or obscene device with the intent to wholesale promote the same, any offense under subchapter B, chapter 43, depicting or involving conducted by or direct towards a child younger than 18 years of age, any felony under chapter 32, any offense under chapter 36, any offense under chapter 34, 35, or 35 alpha, any offense under chapter 37.11 alpha, any offense under chapter 20 alpha, any offense under 37.10, any offense under section 38.06, comma, 38.07, comma, and 38.09. Whoops, I apologize. Or 38.11. 15, any offense under 42.10. 16, any offense under section 43.235. And 17, any offense under section 46.06 alpha 1 or 46.14. 18, strike through 17, any offense under section 20.05, comma, 20.06, comma, or 20.07. 19, with an 18 strike through. Any offense under section 16.02, 20 with a 19 strike through. Any offense punishable under section 42.03 delta or echo, 21 with a 19 strike through. Any offense under 28.03 that is punishable under subsection bravo for echo of that section, 22 strike through 20. An offense under section 31.21 that is punishable under subsection D of that section, or strike through. 23, strike through 20. Any offense classified as a felony under the tax code, or 24, strike through 21. Any offense under the section of 545.420, blaze it, transportation code, section 4. We're at the bottom of it. The change in law by this act applies only to the offense committed or after the effective date of this act. An offense committed before the effective date of this act is governed by law in effect on the date that the offense was committed, and the former law is continued in effect for that purpose. For the purposes of this section, an offense was committed before the effective date of this act if any element of the offense occurred before that date. And section 5, this act takes effect September 1st, 2025. Okay, so in essence, we have now read the entire thing together. I know it took about 15 minutes and it was painful, but we all know that you probably just have me listening, or you just probably have me talking in the background while you're doing something else. And that's perfectly fine. I don't hold it against you. I do the same thing from time to time. But can somebody please tell me where in this bill it says specifically, even if I, as a layman, in broad terms would say that is a straight anime ban. If anything, it looks like the main focus of this thing that stood out to me is that they want to stop freaking, what was that shit called? They want to stop freaking not AI deepfakes, I guess is a way to put it. They just want to stop child pornography. at the end of the freaking day, especially ones that's exacerbated by freaking AI. As you can tell with, hang on, where is it? It is under 1, 2, Bravo number 2, right there at the start of the page. Uses of an image as an actual child younger than 18 years of age at the time the image was made with the intent to train an artificial intelligence model to produce visual material constituting child pornography under section 43.26. Now, that is the main thing, at least to me. I'm not a lawyer, by the way. Hopefully I said that at the start of this. That is the main thing that really sticks out to me, and I think that is the original purpose of this freaking bill. The only other people that I would know, and again, this is a layman, by all means, call me out if I'm wrong, because I'm not in the anime sphere, but the only people that this would affect would people that are A, doing this shit, and B, if, what do you guys call that? If freaking, like, crap, what do they call it? Like child hentai was fucking involved. That's the only thing that I'm seeing right here really seems to affect a whole hell of a lot. Now, I don't know what goes on in modern anime nowadays. Maybe there are some scenes where it's like, yo, what the fuck? This is questionable at best. Look, man, I don't know what to tell you on that. Don't get me wrong. I admire the creativity of Japan, but there's just some stuff where it's like, some shit is A, going to get caught in the crossfire, and yes, I understand people want to go ahead and enjoy their anime in general, and I'm not going to hold that against you. Go ahead, be my guest. But you have to just read through this shit and see that the main target of the bill, because I really don't depict, outside of, just the dirty shit, I really don't see why people are freaking out about this anime bill. The only people that I would actually, again, say should be freaking out are the ones that are jacking off to the nonsense, or the ones that are producing AI images of children. And what was that? I forgot that dude's name, that disgusting little bastard. He was, damn it. He took pictures of his neighbor's kids, and then he started making freaking AI deepfakes of that disgusting bastard. In my personal opinion, that dude should be buried under the goddamn prison. But they're trying to stop situations like that. At the end of the day, that's what it seems like to me. So far as the anime and such, I mean, push comes to shove, anime is already censored, at least for the most part in America, unless, you can do other means to get the stuff. I'm not recommending that you do, but anime is already censored in America because, people are still kind of sort of up in arms about flashing a titty. But God forbid, if it's got... You can't flash a titty, but so help me God, if I'm not able to blow this motherfucker's head off with a fucking 570 shockwave, with a, what was it, not a 570, excuse me, Remington shotgun, then this is not worth my time. I'm sorry, I know I'm making light of the situation, but this reeked of freaking don't say gay bill vibes to me, where everybody else was panicking about one specific subject in there that doesn't really seem to be involved with the subject. Again, I'm a layman. If I'm wrong, by all means, call me out. But from the outside looking in, it doesn't look like this is going to affect... It doesn't really look like it's going to affect anime. It really doesn't. Now, hentai, your porn shit, maybe it might hit you on that one. I know there are a couple of you fucking freaks out there. Your porn shit, yeah, you're probably going to take a hit on that. But everything else, anime-wise, it looks like it's going to be fine. People need to stop freaking out. And even if it does take a hit, ladies and gentlemen, that's okay. Look, you can always just vote out the people that you put in, or you can keep sending up bills saying, hey, look, you need to at least remove this statute because this is something that was perfectly fine until now. It seems like this is just getting put in because somebody, a layman on the outside, doesn't understand the issue. But that's just me. Yeah, this bill, for the most part, just seems like a nothing burger for people to really be like up in arms about. My 2 cents on the matter. Again, call me out if I'm wrong. Holy crap, this is a 19-minute video. Y'all stay safe. Have a good one. Link in the description below about how this bill is properly worded. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of things that I flubbed in there, but hey, this is why I say do your own research. Stay safe, have a good one, and I'm out.